Good morning, afternoon or evening. Today I've got another match from the 4v4 tournament from my team's side soon. I'm not playing in this game, but my team is, so I'm going to be covering it. This is the 6th game in the 4v4 tournament for our team, and it's a 4v4, so you can see we've got Duxa, Donny does MMO, and Yiku on the front line with Vrana in the back line, and on the other side of the mirrored map we've got Mr. George's, Ogonsak, Esquelto, and Flatwater in the back line with the team Hombres. I think that's abbreviated to WH, yeah. So it's a relatively spread out map, but with lots of free space, so forward bases would be quite good here, I think. Moving in, building some fight pits here, and then spamming them into the bases, rather than running across the whole map would be quite effective. But we'll see, I haven't watched this replay yet, so... If you want to see the other 4v4 games from this tournament, I've got a playlist that this video will be in, so you can just see them all there. You can see the scouting happening. If I switch the Fog of War on, you can't really see, but lots of scouting going on. And Hombres has warriors coming out, unupgraded warriors, one teammate going for Europe already, another teammate making slingers, and their backline aging up. For us, we've got one teammate going warriors in the backline, Donny making slingers in the front line, slingers in the front line again, and slingers again. So my entire team is going for one spam of stone warriors and 3 slingers against their aging up and mix of slingers and warriors. Still unupgraded warriors. You can see Donny's getting his temple down, Dux is getting his temple down, Vrana has his... Yiku and Vrana both have their temple down, but they'll be just behind the enemies, as the enemies have not focused on army, leading to, you can see Donny herding all of Ogonsak's workers away, and now being able to run around freely and completely stall his economy. You can see here he's not gaining any food. He's not able to get his population upgrade, because if he does, he'll have no food left. And all they've got right now is these workers and some warriors. And the slingers are just running around, creating a huge area denial here. Vrana's spearmen are here now, Asian spearmen cleaning up some bulwarks, making sure they don't get upgraded to Western Europe towers. And still, his economy is flattened here. You can see that Mr. George's has moved back. He's moved back to Flatwater. You can see he's moved back all the way back here, and Flatwater's built down here. So this frontline position has been abandoned mostly. You can see this player here is only just getting his economy back up, and Donny hits again with warriors. This time going for his houses, which are mostly undefended, as he couldn't get the resources to upgrade the bulwarks. And the leftover workers come back to try and help out, but Donny's spam of warriors and Dux's slingers supporting means that even Flatwater's archers aren't unable to stop the warriors. You can see support coming in from Ogonsak's teammates, but at this point there's 3 people attacking him. He's got Vrana's spearmen, Dux's slingers, and Donny's warriors. And you can see that Donny's now moving on, rather than killing him and wasting time destroying his town hall, he's moving on to try and hurt the economies of other players. Looking at Donny's economy now, he's spamming just warriors. He's staying in Asian Bronze Age, and he's just spamming warriors from his fight pits. Quite slowly, because he didn't build a huge amount of fight pits. If you look at Dux's point of view, you can see he's got a great economy. He's building up shooting ranges, and is probably going to be going to medieval soon. You can see that Donny's attack was finally stopped with heavy archers and archers from Flatwater in their backline, who is now aged up to medieval. And can see some spearmen and slingers running around Esquelto's base, just killing workers and causing disruption. And another large attack from Donny here. You can see how many warriors. 40 warriors going in, max population, killing off workers on the iron, and moving in to try and stop the barracks being built and the shooting ranges. He's lost most of his warriors at this point, but he's still running around causing damage. Still in the Bronze Age, just spamming those warriors. Some sneaky spearmen here which could be used to do some good damage, but they're not used here against Donny. They're pulled back to reinforce his base because the the Asian heavy spearmen are here now. Donny's warriors are attacking the base, and Mr. Georges is walling off his town hall. I think it'll be easier just to wall off here. That also walls off your friend, not just yourself. But you can see the heavy spearmen from Flatwater, from Asia, are able to stop almost entirely Donny's attack here, and Dux's attack is repulsed by the heavy archers, who very easily get rid of Asian normal archers. You can see now Donny's going to be going up to the Iron Age soon. He's getting his shooting ranges going so he can get his archers and heavy archers, but he's forgotten to do his iron economy. So now he's got to build up his iron eco to get upgrades and age up. You can see more warriors coming in. All players are still alive right now. You can see that Yiku in the south here has pikemen ready to help push. Vrana in the back line has a little bit of a fishing economy, using all of the fish he can possibly get his hands on. 2 or 3 fishing boats like this is always great. Unfortunately at this point, Donny's getting attacked by pikemen. These were the sneaky spearmen over here. You can see he's still in the Bronze Age. He'd lost all of his recruitment buildings and a few houses. But now Vrana's Ashigaru are here to help out, to clean up these pikemen and let Donny get his economy back up. You can see now that Vrana is also Eastern Asia. Sorry, Dux is also Eastern Asia, and he's got his East Asian archers up. I think they're fully upgraded, yep. They seem to be fully upgraded. The front line is fortifying a little bit, but from the attacks, they're all a little bit behind. Except from Flatwater, who's almost industrial now. Mr. Georges is still Iron Age, and Esquelto is going late medieval, compared to late medieval Western Europe here, late medieval Vrana, or going up to late medieval, sorry. Dux is still early, and Donny is still Bronze Age. But those warriors did very well, so he's got an excuse to stay in the Bronze Age. He's now slowly going to be starting to move up to the medieval, but because of the workers he lost, he's a little bit behind. I'm going to speed it up a bit, it's a bit of downtime. You can see some tower pushing from Donny, although I don't know if this is too effective with the amount of with the weak towers he's got access to right now. And he's just got to keep making workers because he doesn't have the amount of enough workers to age up. You can also see an attack coming in from Flatwater, East Asian archers and some heavy spearmen up against Dux's lack of army. Here it is, here's Dux's archer army coming in to defeat this attack. And also Vrana's Vrana's got some samurai ready to attack as well. Donny's now pushing this Iron Age player who's only just getting to medieval, same as Donny. He's pushing with archers, just trying to keep the pressure on, stop him getting his economy going, and he's got towers on his farm, making it very hard for him to farm his food. Unfortunately, the enemy hasn't decided to use the fish pools here, just like Donny hasn't decided to use them here yet. He does have the intention with a dock, but I don't think he's got the population. Now that Donny's aged up, he can start producing better units. The fight over here was won by Duxa and Vrana, with Vrana producing the samurai and Duxa producing the archers. Yiku is producing pikemen to help push. This is going to be quite a big push. If I had some siege, maybe some catapults or rocket cannons, it would do even better. But it's now going to come into contact with its first fight of militiamen and East Asian archers. And of course my team's army wins this fight because they're outnumbered and outclassed. You can see again, Donnie is attacking with heavy spearmen and archers, which is enough to wipe out what's basically what's left of this player's base. And Vrana's attack, he lost most of his samurai at this point, but which is quite expensive, but they managed to push in, getting rid of some houses of Mr. George's, who's only just aged up. But you can see that Flatwater has rushed to industrial already. I'll slow it down a little bit. You can see he's got a very good economy other than iron, but that's just Asia really. And he's producing a lot of hand cannons to support his archers and his Ashigaru to help take out some of these blobs of infantry. And it doesn't look like anyone's IR from my team yet. Oh, we got a Germany from Yiku. Not sure if that's the best choice. He does have a good economy, but as Germany, a good economy is never enough. You need a superb economy. But yeah, you can see Donnie's still attacking this player here, trying to get rid of this forge. And these hand cannons are starting to push back now, pushing back my team's army bit by bit. Let's see Flatwater's economy. Flatwater's economy is doing very well now. He's able to spam out everything. He's almost got his population upgrade. But he's building elephant houses at the same time, meaning he's currently just unable to have this amount of stuff going on for his food. Like, he's getting his population upgrade, and he's building elephants now, elephant machine gunners. So once the population upgrades finishes, the machine gunners can come out and cause some very big issues for my team. You can now see Duxa has got some hand cannons of his own, and soldiers from Yiku are here to help clean up these hand cannons, which all their support has died. You can see now that my team has regrouped and is pushing back again. Probably Flatwater's economy is falling apart now. Yep, his food and his wood is falling because he's spamming so many units. Everything at once he's trying to get out, and he's upgrading to barracks to get the Sikhs, I imagine. I think Duxa is almost China now. Got Vrana, who's still in early medieval, and Donnie manages to finally take out this frontline player with 1,000,001 spears. You can see from the Springolds doing very well there with his archers, Ashigaru, and Springolds to take out the enemy here. And this is very interesting because normally Asia is quite underpowered in the competitive games. Europe beats it quite often with its superior units, but in this case it seems that Asia is actually the big pick here, with Europe players getting dominated. You can see the hand cannons taking out the Poland player. That's 2 players down for the enemy, and the elephant machine gunners there's just 2 little elephant machine gunners here to actually be able to do much against these against these hand cannons. You can see Donnie's pushing into Mr. George's economy here. All his food and woodworkers are going to start dying now, and Flatwater has to fall back to protect his base, letting my team slowly push in, get rid of the factories that are left over in the towers. You can see that Mr. George's has lost a huge portion of his workers. He's only got 27 left. He's producing more, but that late into the game, getting such a big economy hit when you're outnumbered already 2v4 against 2 IR players. Flatwater's town hall is idling now. He's probably getting some workers trying to use all this wood down here, which is safe at the moment. Trying to keep those elephant machine gunners going, as you can see. A counter push is starting. He's still producing hand cannons, but the cost of them is just too much. His wood economy can't handle it, and producing elephants. So a big push now to try and at least slow down my team. And I think they seem to be going for Duxer, but Dux has got his soldiers and militiamen, which is going to be able to do some good slowing actions here, deal some heavy damage. You can see he microed his soldiers very well, managed to blow up 3 elephants there, 2 elephants, and a large portion of his army. Most of these explosions are from the soldiers. And now you can also see armoured cars incoming from Germany here, Yiku in the back line. Let's see how Yiku's doing in the economy. Very well, actually. For Germany in a 4v4 competitive game, he's doing very well as Germany. Which is very interesting. You can see some Berthas even, I think. I just heard a Bertha shoot then. Maybe that was a soldier exploding. Yeah, that was a soldier exploding. But you can see the armoured cars. Donnie's trying again to push in here, deal some damage, and he just gets some friendly fire onto the houses done there. Some scouting as well, and the gate is left open, letting him walk straight in and disrupt the economy a little bit, but nothing serious really. Now my team is building up for another attack, more armoured cars, more soldiers, more militiamen, etc. Donnie's still late medieval, and we've got 2 Chinas and a Germany now. And Donnie will likely just stay in late medieval, producing hand cannons to support the team. So Donnie's keeping on pressure from the north, and the rest of the team is trying to destroy the main armies here in the centre. Let's see how the enemies are doing. You can see Flatwater has got his economy back up. He's producing elephants, and just elephants and Sikhs. He's building machine gun towers, which are going to counter quite well the soldiers, etc., but definitely not the armoured cars, which will just walk in. And the armoured cars are basically a very good counter to the elephant machine guns, because the elephant machine guns can't damage them, but the armoured cars can damage them back. And you can see the armoured cars are taking the blunt of the damage, while the soldiers come in just to clean up. The Sikhs, they're fighting the Sikhs here, the soldiers and the militiamen, but unfortunately the amount of elephants with the support from the hand cannons means that the armoured cars are destroyed, leaving the centre quite open. But Donnie, using that as an advantage, manages to break in to the north side of the base, which is very undefended right now, because the Flatwater's entire army is trying to deal with the rest of my team here in the north, while Donnie just is breaking in, dealing as much damage as possible, killing workers, destroying houses. You can see trying to get rid of the elephant houses, and Flatwater cannot afford to replace them right now. Oh, he can replace them, but he can't afford the slowdown. He needs to just keep producing the elephant machine gunners. Looking at Donnie's economy, he's going China as well. If you look at Vrana's economy, he's doing very well. Even Germany, the Yiku is doing very well. Dux is doing very well on economy. But Flatwater, who's being confined to this corner, is running out of iron now. He's using his teammate's iron, but he didn't finish the depot, so his workers are walking very far. It's a very hard thing to not make a mistake on. He should probably try use these forward pieces of metal while he still can. Try fix his economy and produce more workers. He's got a few idle workers as well. Lots to micro for him. You can see Vrana now pushing in, and Flatwater getting some very much needed help from Mr. Georges, whose economy is currently flattened, unfortunately. He's producing arquebusiers, but it's mostly just to slow down Donnie's attacks from the north, which is Ashigaru Yari and hand cannons. You can see that now that Donnie's almost IR, being able to spam out units as China, and he's still attacking here, causing lots of annoyance, but he loses most of his hand cannons as he overextended a little bit there. But it allowed his teammates to regroup and push in again. Unfortunately, these elephant machine gunners do very well against the militiamen of China, and with 3 China players, the elephant machine guns counter it all quite well, with the support. But you can see that Flatwater's economy is much better now, but he just does not have the production buildings to produce units. he should just spam all of his archers, arquebusiers, and hand cannons at this point. Try to repel these big attacks now, because you can see now that my teammates are still getting their economy up, getting the population upgrades, and starting to spam units. The armoured cars are in Flatwater's base, and that killed his food economy. Most of it, at least. He hid some workers, but my team has now pushed all the way into his base. The armoured cars are looking for all the workers, which are hiding, stalling Flatwater's economy, who is left with only a few machine gun elephants and Sikhs. Unfortunately, at this point, he just doesn't have the support from his teammate. He doesn't have any units from him to help out. He's got some rocket cannons, but they're getting a little bit outclassed now. You can see everyone is still IR1. Actually, Dux is IR2. As China, there isn't much reason to go IR2 other than to get your next population upgrade. But if you look at Dux's side now, he's not even at his max population anyway. You can see Flatwater's run out of water now, straight away. Sorry, water. He's run out of wood now, and he's just getting overrun by the Chinese swarms of militiamen, soldiers, even some machine gunners and mounted guardsmen from all angles. The armoured cars are slowly breaking in, destroying houses. Speeded up now, it's the end of the game. The militiamen are getting ready to move in, destroy these towers. Slowly but surely. You can see they've got like 25 kills each of these towers. They've been doing everything they can. And the militiamen are slowly killing off the town hall now. You can see, if I open the map, how it's just a swarm of colours around the town hall here. Quantity over quality, you can see, is working very well. It's an absurd amount of units. And that's the end of the game. There's one more match for me to cover from my team, played on the 44 tournament, so that'll be coming out in the next few days. But that's the end of this game, so thank you everyone for watching, enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye.